Hey guys, it's JFCMexotics here, and today I will be doing a video on Leopard Gecko's heating and lighting requirements. Before we start the video, I would like to say that this can be done in multiple different ways, and this is the only way or ways I have done it. I will, however, be talking about most of the other options that you can do in this video as well. First off, we will start with heating. Currently, I use a 100 watt ceramic heat emitter. Now, the sole purpose of this bulb is to heat the air within the cage to a set temperature. For a leopard gecko, that will be around 32 degrees Celsius. However, this bulb will also heat the selectively placed slate tile underneath it to a high temperature, meaning that the leopard gecko can still come out and get the belly heat that it needs. Just on the topic of belly heat, I feel it is important to note that it is preferable that heat comes from underneath, as leopard geckos' stomachs lie in the bottom part of their belly, allowing them to gain as much heat as possible for digestion. Now, although leopard geckos can obtain heat throughout any part of their body, their belly skin is much more sensitive to it for this purpose. With this in mind, it is therefore important to carefully pick out what substrate you are going to use, because unlike a heat pad that provides a constant heat source from below, a ceramic or bulb heater will only work for belly heat if the substrate or hide conducts heat like this slate tile does. So with that out of the way, let's talk about all the possible heat sources you can use. You've got ceramic heaters, daylight bulbs, varying colour bulbs, or heat pads. Bear in mind that despite popular belief, leopard geckos can see red and infrared light, and therefore these types of bulbs do not make good choices, as they can easily disturb and disrupt a leopard gecko. Heat pads or heat tape are a very popular choice, down to the fact that they are easy to use and produce a steady and reliable form of belly heat. Caution should be taken, however, as improper use can potentially cause things like fires and burns. Heat pads should never be used with a substrate that can easily be moved, such as any loose substrate or loose paper towel. Essentially, paper towel that hasn't been anchored down so that the leopard gecko cannot get underneath it. This goes for repti carpet and other similar substrates too. An airflow should also always be available, so do not use heat pads under substrates such as excavator clay. If you fail to do this, it may result in something such as a fire. Daylight bulbs should be on a timer, usually around 12 hours, and work very similar to ceramics. However, I don't recommend them as much, as they do not last as long as ceramics, and their light output is unneeded if you're going to have additional lighting. All of the heat sources should be on an appropriate thermostat. Now, moving on to the most deliberated part of leopard gecko care, lighting. Some say lighting is pointless, some say it's 100% needed. I like to think that if you can provide it, then why not? I like to say at this point that I'm not on about UVB. We'll come to this later. At this moment, I'm just on about plain old light. In the wild, light tells leopard geckos when it's time to sleep, hunt, and be active, and is crucial to their survival. Now, although that's not necessary in captivity, I like to have mine on a 14-hour timer from 7 AM to 9 PM. And you will see, every night within 10 minutes of the light turning off, my leopard gecko is out and about searching for food. Other than the fact that it's natural though, there isn't much more to say about just general light. Now, in my opinion, UVB is the best option you can have. And although leopard geckos do not need UVB to survive, there are multiple studies that show how many different reptiles that don't require UVB, including leopard geckos, can benefit from it and can in fact synthesize D3 from it. I currently still have a 1-foot LED in this cage, but that's only due to the fact that I can't currently spend the amount of money needed for a strip UVB bulb and controller. However, as soon as I can, I will. So in terms of the actual UVB bulb itself, I would stay away from anything 2%, as it really won't be doing anything for your Leo, as 2% bulbs are more aimed at animals with really sensitive skin, such as frogs. For a leopard gecko, I'd recommend a T5 10% bulb with a reflector. And although there is some truth that it can have issues on albino morph's eyes, with the correct cover and hiding spots, it should cause no issues. If you have any questions on this, guys, please leave a question in the comment section below, and hopefully I'll get to reply it. I will try my very best, and I always reply to comments. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. It's been JFCMexotics.